Что сказать? Ну, что сказать? Опа. Так, ну давайте виконаємо задання з ней. Давайте вот все вообще повыконуем деякі задания, вот все, что обычные, типа, до сюжетки мы еще вернемся, так сказать. Так что все нормально. Так. Такс. Ладно. Такс.
Revelio.
Я поняла.
These rocks have seen better days.
Реально, подождите-ка. А что это я не на... Это Хоксми тут скоро, так что тут не обов'язково лететь на великой скорости. Ну, я как-то так поняла.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them. see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Ага, вот я Гоксмит.
I can always rely on my patronus to keep me safe.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Ох, простите.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Так, ага, мы надеемся, что вы пересмотрите свои решения касательно материальной помощи. Вам дали достаточно времени, но наше терпение не безгранично. Ваш муж наверняка хочет, чтобы вы поняли всю ценность нашего сотрудничества. Готовы ли вы ответить до конца недели? Этот разговор должен остаться между нами. Надеемся, вы понимаете. Ага.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Это ж типа в соседнем здании уже, да? Да, это в другом здании.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Ducks.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Такс.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Ну идем. Идем. Такс.
Aloha Mora.
Так, ага. Стоп, это сундук из класса мне? Не. Я вже подумала. А что у мене тут есть, чтобы можно было продать? Возможность снаряжения. Тоді оці продавать надо нам. Ні, оце і оце. Так, шарф. Да не. Так, де я можу продати оце все? Угу. Угу.
Revelio.
Угу.
Unicorn.
Dad, he must be around here somewhere.
Так, стоп. Димитреску. Так, сейчас. Так, ну и... А где это делается, что менять время, типа, можно? А, вот. Угу. Угу. Такс. Ну, блин, я провтикала, признаюсь. Мені треба подивитися. А, вот оно як. Ну я жду, коли можна буде ночь переключить, потому что я сейчас помню, что так можно было. А теперь нельзя, и это вот и вопрос. Угу. Ну там Димитреску просто там валяется, но я її подобрать не можу, пока не ночь, как бы. Я не знаю, почему так нельзя сделать. Вот типа, если бы мы были бы в Гогвартсе, то мы могли бы так сделать, а так... Ну, я просто так подумала. А почему мне заборонено сюда перемещаться? В смысле? В смысле? Так я чувствую, что тільки утро почалось, а не вечер. Вот реально.
Revelio.
Ну, зато будем знать, хорошо.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Я ж кажу, до сюжетки еще время есть.
Must be another way forward. Revelio. The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Do you remember the first life you took? Can't say I do.
Thanks.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I may go to Hogsmeade later. They're up some trouble. They need to be removed. Using that girl is right.
Probably just the lads. I don't trust Ranrock.
Think you can sneak away from under my own eyes?
You can't hold out forever. Might want to look up. That was what you can do. Release me. You're going to regret that. I'm not done with you. No!
Something not right here.
We'll stop. Incendio.
Time.
What are your thoughts, John? Electricity.
I quit now, while you're still alive. You'll be sorry.
Expulso!
Stop that at once. Quite conductive, aren't we?
Natty must be here somewhere. Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something. My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Revelio.
Угу.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. If Natty couldn't summon Mr. Abe's wand from her cell, it must be blocked by something.
Все, открывается и
Mr. Abe's
забираем.
wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Найти книгу стихов.
Revelio.
Вот если мы сейчас віддадим, так мы тоді, получается, не сможем. А ну-ка, потом дуже много сундуков.
Revelio.
Для спины.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
А, тут типа можно было вот так вот пробраться.
Revelio.
Угу. Ну это хоть и не обязательно, но блин. Давайте найдем.
Revelio.
Нашла, походу. А нет, это... Да.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Revelio.
Угу. Вот там есть сундуки. Тільки вот як туди добраться, я не знаю, если что. А, тут есть ступеньки, ну ладно.
Revelio.
Так, ще один сундук. Угу.
Otto Dibble's love letter from
So-
Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Такс.
Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Угу. Угу.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Go lightly. Be as a shadow.
А, так я их уже всех тут уничтожила, по сути. Угу.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Угу. Угу.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Просто проблема в том, что я так думаю, что та бабенка Як ви вже чули, так по її словам, типа, все предоставьте нам, прям таки все, і не влізайте в наше діло. Тобто вона по-любому за них, по-любому. Ну, то ми узнаємо потім. Так, що тут далі по заданням, що добавили? Божечки. Ну, давайте еще и это сделаем, пока мы в Хогвартсе.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Такс.
Over here. This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar. And Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Так, что дальше? І якраз мені треба аж предмети оці узнати, які там появились. Такс. І, возможно, їх можна буде розібрати на щось, как бы еще плюс. Так, это что? Такс. Такс.
Hello. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deacon's had a thought. He...
карета, окей. Что за карета?
Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Ну що ж, тут у мене цілих вже 1 час пройшов, по ідеї. Такс. Такс. Так, ага. Такс. Ну.
Always said that travel broadens the
вернулась.
mind.
Такс.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
I remember you. Loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood played a hand in his disappearance.
цилиндр продаем. Плащ белый теж продаем. Так, а ну-ка.
I should investigate.
Стоп, я не туда иду.
Mr. Rib and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Protego!
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
This is utter nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. I should think I get more sense out of mooncalf dung.
The ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark art.
Так, надо зараз по-быстрому туда как-то попасть. Так тут их двое. Такс.
Tobbs' master is awful.
Так, не.
Tobbs? Tobbs? Deke sent me. Are you in here?
Так, и что тут делать нам? Нет, тут ничего скомментировать нельзя. А, так это булочка. И нырнуть нам нельзя, да? А, типа перепрыгнуть можно. Сейчас иди попробуем. Ща. Угу. О, мы его взорвали просто. Такс. Сейчас. Нифига себе. Оце да.
It looks as if Tobbs was here some time ago. He must have headed deeper into the cave. victory that came none too soon.
Їх треба підпалювати, як тільки вони починають вилюплатися, так поняла. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Мы погибли, да? Да, мы погибли. Мы упали просто, очень вся суть. Якби ми не пали, то как бы ми би одолели. А так как я дуже близько подошла, треба було подождать немножко. Я б тоді зарядила би в них оту атаку, що дальню. І все. Так, это что, заново начинаем? По идее, да, поэтому сейчас... Фух, не-не-не, фух. По прямой чисто топаем, по прямой. Там дали тупик. То есть, если туда пидем, там тупик. Ну, или же тут есть сундук. Точнее, мешок и 70 монет. Да, все уже.
That didn't sound particularly reassuring.
Ох, як страшно, коли ці паучки повзають над нами. Так, кажуть, у нас тут таланты есть, которые... Таланты, сейчас. Пяточку таланта. Ага. Ага. О, це то, що надобно. Такс. 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 Ого.
Shame you're so foul.
Incendio!
Такс.
Oh no. I have a feeling that house elf is Tobbs.
А что случилось? Если вы найдете тело Тобса, значит большой паук оказался слишком силен. Тобс подвел вас и заслужил такое наказание. Тобс чувствует слабость, хочется спать. Тобсу нужно...
Poor Tobbs. Left here alone with the spiders.
Обидно аж. А что тут как? Тут типа нельзя использовать, в смысле? Так здесь типа можно было бы и выбраться. Сейчас. О. Так, и что, на этом все? Типа нам теперь надо обратно топать через это все. Не совсем. Вот тут что-то есть. А, тут сундук.
That table looks familiar. Seems I'm back at the entrance to the cave.
Такс. Такс.
I'm back from the cave, Deke.
Wonderful. Deke hopes you gave Deke's best to Tobbs.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Deke, but Tobbs is gone. It seems he was unable to avoid the spiders in the end.
Oh my. Deke was afraid of this, alone in that cave for so long. Oh, poor Tobbs. Deke and Tobbs once shared the same master. When he died, we were separated. Deke always wished Tobbs had been sent to Hogwarts too. Deke feels lucky to serve such kind witches and wizards like you. Deke will miss his friend dearly, and will raise a glass to him with a heavy heart.
I'm truly sorry about your friend, Deke.
Thank you. You are very kind. Deke could use some time alone to think, if that's all right.
Так, сюжетку я пока трогать не буду, я так поняла. Я сейчас смотрю по поводу того, что там появилось две как раз таки миссии. Вот оно. И где же оно? Так.
One knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. He would still be my mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Так, что дальше по заданию? Ой, так, сейчас, подождите.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Pretty though. You'd think knowing spells would simplify things. Never seems.
Come now, don't be stingy.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Thanks.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot.
Thanks.
Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. That's brilliant. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Так, а где она летает? Я ее не вижу. А, вот.
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
What is worth? She doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do. I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other. There she is again.
Breathtaking.
From a distance.
Prepare. Fantastic. how good her eyesight is?
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Так.
Watch your step.
Так, а ну-ка. Ого. Тут убитый. А, надо.
Or just raring for a fight.
А вона що, почула їх?
Well, there's no turning back now. Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She isn't making it easy.
Да, ща. Да, вона еще. Куди далі?
It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose you'd listen to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that.
А ну-ка.
Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. Look, underneath her. I think we're close. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Так, ну я даже не знаю.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Repair it.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Так. типа, она поняла, что за люди, поэтому, типа, такая, ладно, вы мне яйца принесли, я довольна, все, типа, можете уходить. Типа, вот такого плана.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Такс.
How could I have been so blind?
Такс. Так, смотрим на задание. Стопы. Почему я так сделала? Потому что мне надобно вот это надобно. А зачем мне вот по заданию? Я никакого такого не выбирала задания. Ага. Стоп. Мне не это надо, мне надо... Так, это не то точно. Так, да, это нам сюда. У нас из Поппи еще есть задание. Окей, тоді я виконаю з нею задання. От.
Can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Так, стоп. Не туда. Ага, ось пристань, оця.
Mine now, demiguys. Revelio.
Так, ну давайте посмотрим, что там за задание. Или это я просто так нажала? А, это я могла нажать на це здание, типа як... Да. Так, стопы. Уже 3:05. Блин, як быстро время пролетает, однако. Ладно, давайте. Не, в нас ось. Типа... Да, я немножко поздно почала, поэтому надеюсь, что сегодня я лягу раньше спать, уже типа там где-то у 2 или в час ночи, и спокойно проснусь где-то в 9 или в 10, а то хотя бы так уже, чтобы начать, чтобы нормально вот было это все. Но мы сегодня поиграем еще вечером, так что не переживайте по этому поводу. Мы еще поиграем. Так, стоп.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us. Who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan. I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
Сейчас я подумаю по поводу заданий. Вот оно что. Короче, поясню для тех, кто не знает. Так, зачекайте. Так, one second, я кое-что проверю. Потому что у меня тут и кнопка, яка виключає мікрофон, как би. Стоп, у мене є кнопка, яка виключає мікрофон, а я відтоді просто обично витаскивала провод. Это в этом вся я. Так, сейчас я проверю просто кое-что. Нет, все нормально, я не трогала кнопку. Одновременно испытайте их в деле. Ага. Так. Сейчас я подумаю, стопы. У мене всі три. Стоп. Так я ж дивилася. Ладно. Задание. Смотрим. Такс. Такс. Stop.
Spare a moment. Idea to share with you.
Но как бы... Так. Мне нужна мандрагора и китайская жгучая капуста.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. And what do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Такс. А, самец есть, самки нету. Ну, уже почти время, тобто я скоро буду заканчивать, где-то в 3:30 или в 3:45. Так что, в принципе, у нас время еще есть, где-то вот сесть поймать хотя бы вот этого одного и все. А, сумка есть у нас, все. Нет, ну давайте для начала такое хотя бы выберем. Так, ну и... А, ну все. смысле? А, типа подождать надобно.